The Big Short movie is based on the book, The Big Short. It's a roller coaster of drama and emotion, showcasing the downfall of financial giants in all their glory. No wonder it generated so much buzz at the Oscars. The Big Short takes a unique approach by focusing on the events leading up to the financial crisis and the foresight of a few individuals who saw it coming. It's a fascinating exploration of what caused the crisis and the people who were ahead of the curve. The Big Short explores the journeys of three individuals and highlights the crucial role of those who possess and utilize information in the world economy. It showcases the significant value of information during the 2008 financial crisis. The movie effectively demonstrates how access to key information can shape and impact the global financial landscape. It's a powerful reminder of the importance of being informed and aware in the ever-changing world of finance. In the film The Big Short, Christian Bale portrays Dr. Burry, who invested a substantial amount in credit default swaps, CDOs. He was one of the first individuals to identify the American housing market bubble. In the last quarter, Michael Burry placed bets worth a notional $1.6 billion against the S&P and NASDAQ, shorting the housing market. As the proprietor of his hedge fund, Scion Capital, Burry profited from the subprime mortgage crisis. Jared Vennett, played by Ryan Gosling, is a key character in The Big Short movie. He is a slick and opportunistic trader who becomes aware of the impending housing market collapse and decides to profit from it. Vennett serves as a narrator and guide throughout the film, breaking the fourth wall and explaining complex financial concepts to the audience. His role showcases the greed and corruption within the financial industry and adds a layer of dark humor to the story. The other duo is Jamie and Charlie, two ambitious guys from Colorado, who ventured into the bustling city of New York to make a name for themselves. They stumbled upon Michael Burry's theory and saw an opportunity to make some serious money. They realized that the housing market was on the verge of collapse, and they took a bold risk by betting against the supposedly safer AA mortgages. The odds were stacked in their favor at 200-1, making it an enticing and potentially lucrative opportunity. It was a high-stakes game they were willing to play. Jared Vennett knew that the modern CDOs, with their multiple tranches, presented a higher risk and potential for greater returns. The AAA-rated tranches were considered safer, while the lower-rated tranches, like the B-rated ones, carried higher risk. Mark Baum, the ill-tempered hedge fund manager, discovered the improper ratings of these CDOs and predicted the downfall of the economy. Just like the chef's analogy with the fish stew, not all financial instruments are sound. Baum and Vennett, as a dynamic duo, uncovered the shady practices of banks and their risky mortgage applications. They saw through the housing bubble and knew that subprime mortgages were trouble. It's fascinating how the market was booming, and people fell into the trap of thinking it would never go down, just like the hot hand fallacy in basketball. Mark Baum hit the nail on the head with that analogy. The bonds can be seen as the match, while the CDOs act as the kerosene-soaked rags, intensifying the potential impact. And when it comes to synthetic CDOs, they can be compared to an atomic bomb, with the potential to cause widespread financial devastation. It's like having a drunk president holding his finger on the button, a recipe for disaster. The movie indeed sheds light on these complex financial concepts, helping us understand the gravity of the situation. Their insights bring a fresh perspective to the intricacies of the financial world. The bankers' greed led them to create complex financial products that most people couldn't understand. In 2006, Benny Klieger from Morgan's bond department started shorting subprime housing with $2 billion in BBs. To cover his BB shorts, he sold a lot of A and AA swaps, which ended up becoming a bomb of stupidity. As a result, every bank unloaded these bad bonds onto unsuspecting customers until they became worthless. They ignored security checks in their pursuit of bigger profits. The housing market relied heavily on risky subprime mortgages, which were tied to these financial products. The banks were essentially building a bubble while sitting on a potential disaster. It's truly mesmerizing to witness the downfall of banks and the financial chaos unfolding worldwide, while these three groups seize the opportunity to make a fortune. The movie captures the essence of their financial triumphs in such an aesthetically pleasing way. It's a thrilling and visually captivating experience from start to finish. The rating agencies played a part too, giving fraudulent ratings to support the inflated prices. When defaults started happening in 2007, the cracks began to show. Despite this, the rating agencies refused to downgrade the bonds, and banks colluded to maintain high prices and sell them off. Eventually, the weak foundation couldn't hold, and everything came crashing down. It was a chaotic and devastating chain of events. When the dust settled from the collapse, $5 trillion in pension money real estate value. 401k savings and bonds have disappeared, million people lost their jobs. 6 million lost their homes. And that is how the USA faced its worst financial crash after 1938. And the 2001 tech bubble burst. The Big Short is praised for its engaging storytelling and ability to simplify complex financial concepts. It sheds light on the events leading up to the financial crisis and exposes the greed and fraudulent practices of the banking industry. The performances by the cast, including Christian Bale, Steve Carell, and Ryan Gosling, are widely acclaimed. Some viewers may find the subject matter and financial jargon overwhelming or difficult to follow. Additionally, the film takes a comedic approach to a serious topic, which can be seen as a double-edged sword, as it may trivialize the impact of the crisis for some viewers. Overall, opinions on the movie may vary depending on personal preferences and understanding of the financial crisis.